by my channel. My name is Candace, aka Geeky Candy, and today we're going to be going over some new Mandalorian information that I just found. And to be quite honest, I'm not even sure that I really want to put this video up because I've seen some of my sources, like sci-fi.com. They had an article out today that was really interesting, and I was looking forward to like showing it to you guys. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. And it had to do with the episode leaks that came out, the first episode. So yeah, this video, I've got those leaks and I'm going to put a big spoiler warning before I put them up. So nobody is going to be upset by seeing them unless you choose to see them. And that's on you, not me. So can't blame me at this point. Yeah, so I've got that. And I also have some set leak photos of the of some things that are a huge callback to the original trilogy, which gives me more justification for my hypeness towards this series starting November 12th on Disney Plus. I plan to be reviewing every episode of the series either the night of or the following day, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to know when my videos drop. All right, so without further ado, let's start with the leak. So this is Jason Ward's YouTube channel. He does makingstarwars.net and has a ton of really interesting information regarding Star Wars and the Mandalorian. If you're not already subscribed to him, please do. As you can see, I am, and you can be up to date with a lot of information as well. So yeah, this first bit of information that I want to show you guys is from his channel. It's going to be the set leaks. So I'm giving you guys a fair warning. These are set leaks from the first season and the second season. These are going to be photos of things that would harken back to the original trilogy and are so exciting to see. So I am going to go ahead and show you guys that now.
See that white thing behind us? See that white thing? Right there? If you see that white thing, that's an AT-AT foot.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That means there's going to be AT-ATs. Some people call them ATs. We call them AT-ATs. In this video, I'll make sure to put a bunch of screenshots at the end, or not screenshots, but photos I took, and then that way you guys could see what we saw today. I don't want to film all of it for all day, but the ATST is still down there, and it's the one from the first season. So it could be confirmation of that one coming back, but it also wouldn't be too hard to slap a coat of paint on that thing and make it a standard one.
So, yes, AT-ATs, AT-AT, and ATSTs. Ah! That's so exciting to me. So, if you don't know me, like in terms of like my favorite Star Wars things, I would have to say Empire Strikes Back Battle of Hoth is probably by far one of my favorite scenes of the entire, every single thing ever made of Star Wars. Coming from the, you know, with the terrain, the world building, the you know, the fight, the way that they took them down, it was just so, it was so intense. And it was towards the beginning of the movie, which was like, golly, they just throw you right in to this, and you get sucked in from the very beginning of this movie. And I remember thinking when I first saw this, God, this is gonna be great. And yeah, I wasn't disappointed then. That's for sure. Yeah, so basically I am so excited that they are planning on, according to these set leaks, bringing out, I mean, why would they be bringing out all of these AT-AT pieces, these ATSD pieces? Yeah, they're going to be having a lot of callbacks, and that's pretty cool. So this was the first little tidbit of information that I wanted to share with you guys, and then I have some more. Here we go. So as our launch day gets closer to Disney Plus, also the premiere day of our first episode released for The Mandalorian, we are now getting some super cool visuals in the form of new posters, marketing posters here. And let's take a look at our main cast and see how they are looking now. Wow, look at that picture. That's pretty awesome. There's our main man, Pedro Pascal, as the Mandalorian, with the sun setting in the background. Very, very picturesque, just like a straight out of a Western movie. I'm loving this. The tone of this photo, it's just, it speaks very cowboy Western. He's got his gun in his hand, and it's just, yeah, I'm digging this. This is great. Great artwork. After Mr. Pedro, we have Miss Gina Carano playing our ex-shock trooper, ex-rebel shock trooper, that's hard to say, ex-rebel shock trooper, Cara Dune. And look at what she's packing. Whew! She's got some heavy guns here, and not to mention her heavy guns here. She is a MMA legend, so yeah, she is quite adept to fighting. And I think she is going to make a great cast choice for this particular character. I am excited to see what she does. And she is from Dallas, so girl from my heart, hometown girl. Me being from Dallas myself, I am particularly excited about that part of it as well. Dallas representing here today. Here we go. Let's move on. My man, Mr. Carl Weathers, playing Grief Karga, the head of the bounty hunter group, I should say. Yeah, so looking mighty fine himself, just walking away from that western sunset, just like the others. I really digging that background. It's really cool looking. So now moving on, we've got our IG-11 modeled after the notorious IG-88. Very, very cool character. I am super, super excited about this one. Voiced by none other than Taika Waititi. He is the one who did Korg in Thor Ragnarok. And yeah, he stole the scene anytime he was on screen.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here. Made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors.
Very funny voice acting. I am interested to see what he does with this character. It has a lot of potential, so very excited about that one. And now we got the mystery man. This is what really confused me. So as of right now, I do not know if we have a name for this character, but he does have a pretty uncanny likeness to one of the confirmed actors who does not have a correlating cast or correlating character assigned to him, at least not that's been released to my knowledge. Yeah, can you guess who that might be? Yeah, how about this guy? Yeah, Mr. Nick Nolte. I mean, if I had to pick, that's who I would pick. So how interesting. I want to know who this guy is. He looks like he's seen some things. He's been around a little bit. He's yeah. So anyway, I thought that was such an interesting poster, and it's like such a tease to know who this character is now. I want to know. So there's some new poster updates showing our characters, our main cast, what they're going to look like. And yeah, let's see what else we got going on now. So this next little bit that I came across was I think it's like clickbait. There's a lot of these articles going out now about this huge supposed spoiler that is like gonna alter the course of the EU, something along those lines. So I just wanted to dig just a little bit in this. There's no spoiler mentioned within the text that I'm going to read you, but I'm curious what you guys think it might be. There's a lot of people thinking perhaps it could be related to the character of the Mandalorian, who he actually is. So I don't know, but let's take a look. So it says The Mandalorian's first episode contains a huge Star Wars spoiler. All right, so it says fan anticipation was already high for The Mandalorian, the first ever live action Star Wars TV series and one of the cornerstones of the new Disney streaming service, Disney Plus. But a tidbit about the marketing blitz that's about to get underway to promote the site. Get ready, y'all. I like how it's like, Get ready, y'all. That's something I would say. Will only get people more intrigued. An article on Disney Plus's in the New York Times, and that was earlier this morning. They just put it out there. Claims that there is something very dramatic and surprising in the first episode of the show. Here's what it says: The Mandalorian, which contains a dramatic Star Wars universe spoiler in the first episode, will be available the moment Disney Plus starts. Has been as heavily promoted as a traditional feature film, with billboards, 30-second television commercials, radio spots, and digital ads. So it just sort of just threw that in there with all that other marketing stuff. But yeah, so contain a dramatic Star Wars universe spoiler in the first episode. So a lot of people are hypothesizing perhaps that this might be, and I don't think it's this, but it could be that we would find out who the person is really, the character that plays the Mandalorian, what his background is, who he really is within the EU, or if he is just someone totally new. I think they're going to, I mean, if it were me, I would keep him kind of hidden, and bring that little tidbit, if they ever do, out a little bit later in the series, maybe as a cliffhanger towards the second. I don't know. I just don't. I think it's so iconic to see the Mandalorian armor in that way, with the helmet on, like with Boba Fett. I would hate for them to take his helmet off prematurely. Like somebody else we know. So yeah, yeah, I don't think it's that, but I'm curious what your thoughts are, what you might think this huge spoiler might be. So with that in mind, speaking about the first episode and major spoilers, this is the footage that I found. Next I'm going to be showing you. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about putting this on here, but we'll see what happens. So before I show you this next scene, this is your spoiler warning. I stumbled across this leaked, I guess this is from the first episode. It certainly seems to be. I just saw it, and I am very interested in knowing more about it. I am going to assume that this was leaked footage from one of the photographers or journalists or whoever was invited to the limited viewing of, I think, like 27 minutes of screenplay of the entire series. They cherry picked different parts of it so that there would be no major spoilers in terms of major plot lines leaked or anything like that. So I don't think that this footage would incline anything to that end. But yeah, so this is your warning. Last chance. Turn back if you don't want to see it until November 12th. But yeah, so here we go.
I have a bail jumper, a bail jumper, another bail jumper, a wanted smuggler.
I'll take them all.
Now, hold on. There are other members of the guild, and this is all I have.
What's your highest bounty?
Not much. 5,000.
That won't even cover fuel these days.
There is one job.
Let's see the buck.
No buck. Face to face. Direct commission. Deep pocket.
Underworld.
Do you want the chip or not?
Okay, so after seeing that, yeah, that was pretty interesting, seeing Carl Weathers playing his role like that. I loved the dialogue so far. You got to hear Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian, which was pretty awesome. First time we got to hear his voice in the suit. Yeah, I am very, very intrigued. I'm assuming again that this is the first episode of what was seen by those journalists. So somebody was very, very naughty. But yeah, so I stumbled across that and just I had to share, and I hope I don't get canceled. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So let me know what your thoughts are about this so far. Are you guys still excited? Is there anything that you have found out that you're like, okay, yeah, turned off because Kathleen Kennedy is still up there and the horse is female and all that kind of stuff, or are you more like me in the terms of seeing John Favreau and Dave Filoni sort of having more autonomous, control over this series? Yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. I feel like I'm gonna be putting out a Mandalorian video like every day at this point, because that is, I just keep like searching more stuff, whatever I can find. I'm like a sponge right now. So anyway, thank you guys for watching my video, and again, please like and subscribe to my channel if you want the latest updates on the Mandalorian, possible spoilers, leaks, all of that kind of stuff. I will have them right here. So until next time, fandom, I'll see you later. Bye.